one news can be spread not only through the TV or radio, but also through the social devices like Facebook, Twitter, blogs, or cyber cafe. Let's suppose government announced that North Korea is in a mood can attack us. Our relationship is getting bad because of the North's nuclear weapon problem, or their complaint about the lack of the supporting North Korea. However, during the time the news are spreading the public, it can be distorted among people. Like North Korea is going to attack us. We have to run away. We have to buy water, ramen, and medicines. This situation can happen because the report has a little bit confusing, scaring word like nuclear weapon, which is the South Korean people is very sensitive to about it. This is not the situation government wants. It only creates chaos in the society. Honorable Madam Speaker, as a opening opposition team, we convey many arguments which are the possibility. The war is a very special case, so governments don't have to release all information about the war to the people. And our third argument was the possibility of the delay of information, which can bring more chaos in the society. Thank you.
The speaker spoke for 6 minutes and 27 seconds.
Greetings to the members of the House. Today, the government side strongly believes that the state should never lie to its citizens during times of war. And our Prime Minister has successfully made the definition by asserting that state, meaning democratic state, and lying, meaning it's not telling the truth except for the facts, including military security documents. However, the leader of opposition and deputy leader of opposition has misunderstood and failed to understand the definition. She said lying and not telling the truth is not revealing certain documents is the same thing. No, it's not. How's lying and not telling the thing that already exists in the same thing? Lying is making up the stories that doesn't even exist. However, telling the informations but not the military documents. That is what we are talking about. We cannot give that information to our enemies, and they pointed out by not telling the lie, we will reveal our secrets to our enemy. That is really wrong point that they have made. Thank you. And then let me begin, before I move on to my extensions, let me begin with criticizing the leaders and the deputy leader of opposition. The opposition side keep suggesting that role of government is to make policy and protect the citizens. Yes, it is true, and we strongly believe that. That's why they're wrong. The leader of opposition failed to understand the definition, plus she mentioned something really important. She said war is extraordinary event. It is true. It's where people's life is in danger. That's why it is more significant for the citizens to know the situation correctly. So they would know what's going on, so they could be prepared, so they could buy some ramen or water. And then, yes, exactly, we said that we didn't say the government lie all the time. We don't lie all the time, but we just don't tell them the military secrets or other secrets that will fall and they will make us in the danger. That was our exact point. That's different from lying, so they should understand. They should have understood that. And then mentioned about possibility of misdelivery of the information, and that is actually what we were going to make our extension about. The government side believes that we should not lie to the citizens because first, to fulfill the government's obligation to protect its citizens in a practical matter, and second, for the public order. Yes. And first, to fulfill the government's obligation to protect citizens, it is really important to tell the truth. As the deputy leader of opposition has said, there is social media and social network going on, and that is the source of rumor. That is why the government's role is really important. Okay, so there might be a dangerous situation, so they might spread rumor, but however, it is not dangerous, but that person might feel that that's dangerous. So she put it on the Facebook or Twitter, so it spread around. Let's imagine that. However, it is not in a dangerous situation. Or the other hand, let's flip the slide over, and although the situation is really dangerous and significant, that person doesn't mind feel that way. So she would say, oh, this is safe here, so we don't have to worry. So that is the rumor, and that's the wrong information that they could get from the social network site. That is why the government's role is significant. We strongly believe that governments would be and will be in and is the only credible source during the wartime and emergency time when where the citizens could get the correct information. So they could get the correct ideas to what to do and what to not do. That's why we believe that it is our obligation, the government's obligations, to protect citizens by telling the truth, not by lying. And second, we believe that it is important to not tell a lie, to maintain public order. Well, we keep saying about the war situation itself, but we have to see further. We have to see what's going to happen after the war ends. Like our Prime Minister had said that if the things like WikiLeaks are leaking out the secret information that have been revealed, nothing is really secret anymore. So people will know after the war had ended. So they would know that the government had lied, so they would make the citizens' life in danger. So what do they think? That will cause the public disorder. Citizens will outrage at the fact that the government did not tell them the fact and lied to them. And this will create the anger from the citizens. How is the government going to take care of that if they have lied and lying is wrong? That is why we cannot say it. If we didn't lie, but we told the truth and the situation got worse, we could defend ourselves that we didn't lie, but the situation went wrong and we couldn't do it. That could be an acceptable apology or acceptable explanation. However, when we did lie and the truth was revealed and the situation got worse, we cannot say, oh, sorry, because we lied because to protect you, but that doesn't make any sense. So to maintain the public order and not provoke the riot, we think it is important to tell the truth to the government, to the citizens. And as the Prime Minister and the opening government has said, it is our duty and obligation to protect citizens. And they're the people that we need to protect and give the correct information. And by the correct information, they will be safe, and we would have the society in peaceful even after the war. Therefore, this House strongly believes that the state should never, ever, ever lie to its citizens during times of war. Thank you very much.
The speaker spoke for 6 minutes and 40 seconds.
Member of Government and Vice Member of Opposition.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Before I move on to anything, why don't I just go straight into reporting on the government side. they have talked about, they have defined the motion on how like we won't really, they just defined about secret documents, right? But that's not what this motion really is about, not the secret documents, but how war affects its citizens. It's not about the secret documents going back and forth. That is something we need to understand. And our member has said, when we tell everybody the truth about war, there will be no problems. Do you honestly think in reality, when a government tells the citizens that we are going to war, there will be no riots and backlash coming from the citizens? That is just a naive thought from the government side. Now, going on. Ladies, we understand why governments and states go to war. It is because their interests are being violated. So that interests are being violated. So it's going to war in order to achieve whatever it needs to, its interest, which saying that if the state is able to sustain itself, that is in itself protecting its people, which is the government's job. Now, our opening opposition has talked about how we just talked about the benefits of not telling the truth to the citizens, how they're about the policies and the situations when the country is being attacked. But we feel that there's more to this problem. We need to take it a step further and really analyze the problem we have here. Now, first off, I would like to make two main extensions, which are why war and state interest. Now, why are we saying specifically during times of war? Ladies and gentlemen, we understand that war is a very serious event. It is something that takes a lot of consideration, a lot of planning before a government goes or a state attacks another country. We understand that. Now, but before going to war, the person who planned it is the person who knows best about the situation. What we have to do in certain actions. Now, what would happen if the people know about the situation, especially in democratic countries? What would happen if a country went to war and simply because the people don't like the idea of war, switch the person who's the president off, switch the president? What would happen to the situation? A new person comes to that position and not knowing about the situation, because as we know, war is classified information on the government side. Now, now, what I'm going to say is that when a person who comes to the seat of not knowing the situation, you don't know what kind of disastrous results we can bring. So we need to consider the people's emotion, which I'll talk about in the next extension before I go into that.
So do you believe that when the United States invaded Iraq, that George Bush knew what was best for the United States and the citizens of the United States?
The reason why government acts is because he actually believed that is the best for the country. They don't believe, you know what, why don't we just go to war? That's not how it works anymore, especially in this 21st century.